Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
All right.
Hello, Bruce.
Happy Monday.
Happy Veterans Day.
It is Veterans Day, and I'm glad you mentioned that. And I want to thank you again for your services to our great country. I know that you served in the military. Yeah.
My pleasure. And I want to thank all the veterans out there. I am wearing my veteran hat today.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I do appreciate that. And now the markets are closed today. So, but I want
to before we get started on the market, let's cover an event that I've got coming up. You don't mind doing that?
I'd love to, because I'm going to be there.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great event. It is called Shoot Your Shot, and so a friend of mine is doing this. Vinny and I have been working together for a while, getting my YouTube channel cleaned and up and running, and working like a well-oiled machine. And we're actually generating leads off of this, which is going to result in a decent amount of business for us. The leads are starting to pour in as I perfect it. And, it's a great program. It's a free class, right? So it's a 90-minute class. We're going to do it twice. We're going to do it once in Orlando at Celebration Title downtown. And then we're going to do it again with Bruce up in Daytona at the Halifax River Yacht Club.
That's going to be this Wednesday at 11:30, I believe it is.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct. I'm going to put the links below when we're done with this here. I'll throw up some links to both of the different classes that you can use to sign up.
So I want to reach out to all you real estate agents that aren't doing video. You better get off your butt and start doing video, because I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this and teaching classes on video for years. It helps me reach more people. It helps me stay in touch with people. People don't read your emails. They're not even reading them. If you don't have an amazing subject line, you're not going to get people's attention. So you've got to learn how to do more videos to reach more people. And this product and this program is just going to give you the entry-level version of how to do that. But you've got to get over, and this class will teach you how to get over that video reluctance as well, and the systems by which you need to set up to be able to get maximum reach. Because most of you guys are out there showing your open houses or doing a Facebook video.
None of that works.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work, and you're not getting deals out of it. So
Bruce, I've taken my views on my channel from a few dozen to a couple hundred, and now a lot of my videos are getting several thousand views, right? And then what's great is as people come into the new videos, they're actually watching multiple videos, and you can see all that. We show you a little bit about how to look into the analytics of that as well. So,
well, this is an entry-level class, but it will be free.
Right.
And you need to register. So where do they go to register for that?
So there's going to be a couple of Eventbrite links in the comments below on all the different platforms that we're on, and we'll make sure that unfortunately, we're running out of time. It is tomorrow, right? The first event is tomorrow in downtown Orlando, and the second event is Wednesday. But there's plenty of seats left over, so get in there and sign up.
All right. Now let's switch over to the market. Now the market's closed today on Monday for Veterans Day.
Yep.
But we did get a Fed drop last week on November 5th. The Fed dropped the Fed rate 1/4 point. Let's look at the bond chart here then. So over here, this is where we had the 1/2 point drop. Now, we want bonds to be up, not down. Look what happened to interest rates after the Fed cut the Fed rate. They just went, they got terrible. So remember,
I always have to remind people, because Bruce, when I look at this chart, I know it's in reverse, but when I always want to remind people, when you see this chart go down, that means the interest rates are going up.
That is correct. So now this was the Fed cut last week, right here. And then we actually got worse the next day, and then we got a little bit better. Okay. And then Friday was relatively flat.
Relatively flat. Yep.
In order to get back up here, you can see we have 100 basis points, 115 basis points just to get back where we were before the first Fed cut. And ultimately, we would like to see that much higher, somewhere in this 104, 106 range.
105, right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which the last time we saw that was 2022.
So if a lot of you are thinking that that's going to happen, you're probably looking at more of these patterns right now than you are getting back up to over here. So let's look at what the Fed Watch is saying. What are the probabilities of an additional Fed cut? Now, you got to remember, if the Fed cuts the Fed rate, that might not make interest rates on mortgages better. They could get worse. Because look what happened to the stock market the day after the election. It went up 1,100 points. Yep. So that's one of the biggest increases in the stock market in the history. So here's one more piece of advice for all of you out there. You must be in the market. You're going to see between a 22 and a 30-point increase in the market in the next 12 to 18 months. You don't want to be sitting on cash. You want that money working for you.
Absolutely.
So get yourself a good financial planner or get your money in the market. So what are the probabilities on December 18th? So we've got about a 65% chance that we're going to see another Fed cut on December the 18th.
That's right. Yeah, because our current rate right now is this 450 to 475. Right?
That's correct. So this would drop it. This would drop it from 450 to 425. And then the next Fed cut is probably not going to do anything. It's a 55% chance that it's going to stay the same. Then we go to the next level, and this is going to be down here, and that is going to be March 19th, my wedding anniversary. I'm thinking we get another 1/4 point, and then it's probably going to stay the same. Then maybe in September or October, you get another one. So what are we looking at? Anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 point in Fed reduction over the next 12 months. So nothing, folks, let's go back to our screen. Nothing, folks, is going to happen fast. Nothing's going to happen. But here's what's going to happen. Now that Trump is in office, you saw the market was stimulated. We rallied like crazy. You're going to see businesses doing better. Self-employed businesses are going to do better. The market's going to do better. The money's going to flow into the stock market. People are going to be making a lot more money. But what's going to happen to housing prices when that happens? They're going to continue to go up. So you've got to be cautious of that. You can't go, well, if interest rates are going to drop, well, just because the Fed drops the Fed rate doesn't mean interest rates are going to drop on mortgages, but they probably will a little bit.
Right. Especially over time. I think everybody expects it to be immediate, but I think it happens over time as you talked about money flows in and out.
The best advice I can give somebody right now is buy the house right now. We can always refi in a year from now, in 6 months from now, if rates get that much better. But I don't expect rates to get that much better. We could end up hopefully in the mid 5s. Right now, we're probably in the low to mid 6s. But listen, you can't expect that that's going to make a huge difference. But the housing market is going to start to explode again. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity.
I can tell you this. Obviously, this is a little bit of anecdotal data, but I've had some listings. I've had some listings sitting and not really getting enough showings and things like that over the last couple weeks, even before the election. Things have started to loosen up. People are going under contract. Put 2 under contract this weekend, right? So, and we're getting a lot more activity on the listings that we do have. So, people are out there in the market. You're going to
continue to see that, Tom.
I think so. So if you're, as Bruce said, if you're ready to buy, if you want to buy, get out there and buy. We can always refinance down the road. I've refinanced think about this. I think I've refinanced every single property I've ever owned. I think there's possible one that I didn't because I didn't own it for more than 2 years, so I never refinanced it. But you pretty much always get into a loan and then eventually refi.
Well, then, since you bring up that topic, I want to talk to all these folks out here. I went ahead and I created a list, and these are pages and pages of people that I did mortgages for between March of 2022 and May of 2024.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be reaching out to all these folks, but you know what I'm telling them for refis? Hold off.
Hold off.
Hold off. Buy now. Don't refi right now. Hold off. So here's what I'm doing. I'm putting all these people on a watch list so I know what their target is, what rate they need to be at, or what payment they're trying to reach. We identify what that interest rate is so that their applications are in, ready to go. We just keep updating it. We hold off on an appraisal until it's time. And then when that rate drops, you strike. Because here's the thing, folks. Interest rates with great rates don't generally stick around for that long. It's more volatile. So you got to be ready to strike. And I see people that just dilly-dally and procrastinate, and they miss out on those opportunities. Don't be one of those people. Call me now. My contact information is at the bottom of the screen. You can call, text. Don't text that 869-8830 number. That's my office number. You won't get it. But my phone number you should have on here too, or go to webringyouhome.com and I will go ahead and matter of fact, I'm going to have you end up changing that office number to my cell number and radio number. By the way, if you want to tune in to the Lone Ranger radio show, Saturdays at 11 o'clock in Tampa on 102.5 and Sundays on WDBO 580 AM or 107.3 HD FM, Lone Ranger radio show Sundays at 11 o'clock on WDBO.
Bruce, I got one piece of unsolicited advice for everybody. You ready?
Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin.
It sure did well. It sure did well. But everything did well.
Yes.
I mean,
everything.
the S&P 500 is up over 20% already this year, just being in the S&P.
Exactly.
Right?
Be in something, man. Get into the market somewhere, right?
So I do have market strategies that I can share on another show. If you want me to, I'll show you what I do and what I've learned. I'm not a financial analyst, but I have done very well with my investments, and I'm happy to share what I do. Since I'm not a professional in it, I can't tell you what to do.
There you go. Bruce, as always, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you on Wednesday.
I'll be there, my friend. I can't wait. This is going to be a great event. You're going to learn a lot. Register right now. Right now, register for that class.
The links are below.
Yeah.